It is July 6th, 2022, and this is a little update on the front yard. Pretty proud of what it looks like right now. I think in another 2 years it'll be mature and done. It's coming along. This was all grass when I moved in, and now it's kind of getting there. Got a little bit of a wall over here started, and wildflowers, Yucca rostrata, a little bit over here. Wildflowers down here. You can't see it now. Bluebonnet's up there, but yeah, let's go take a look at this. You can see some wildflowers here. Indian blanket. It's pretty poor showing this year. Not very many wildflowers, and yeah, I'm not sure what that's about, but there just weren't that many this year. Lumbago and the standing cypress sure do look good together here. That blue and orange, they kind of pop, look nice. You tell the grass is dry, and that's because it's June. It's super dry, it's hot, and I never water, so there's that. Lumbago looks great. I want the lumbago just to take over this area underneath this nice large live oak here. The standing cypress looks beautiful this year. There's a ton of it, more than I've ever had. Look at all that. That's awesome. Looks really nice against the Yucca rostrata. And got the lone Mexican hat hanging out here. I just let it grow every year. You can't even tell it's there, so I just let it grow. And I got a bunch of Salvia greggii here, a bunch of salvias, full sun salvias here. Little southern carpenter bee joining us right there. Doing a little pollination action. You can see how the standing cypress goes all the way through the yard here. I'm just gonna let them keep going like that. They look great. They don't take up that much room. I mean, they just stick up straight. That's all they do. So they kind of go anywhere they want, kind of. Lots of Salvia greggii. This is popping. This is a green cloud Texas sage, and this is not one of my favorites, but it gets well, it's a different one. It gets big, and that's what I wanted from this spot and this particular bush. And I like the silver ones better. That's a Texas sage over there too. You can see the silver leaves on it, and then come back to this guy, and it's green. So I don't know. I like the silver, but that's okay. Looks good. This is a green cloud sage. And over here, Mexican bush sage. This is my fall offering right here. Mexican bush sage here, Mexican mint marigold there. And during the summer, they all bloom real nice. Got a little bit of a path going here. We have flame acanthus here, one of my favorites. Flame acanthus brings in all the hummingbirds. I mean, my neighbors complain because they have no hummingbirds in their yard, and this is the reason why. It's the flame acanthus. They're all here. Well, and the standing cypress. Gosh, they love that standing cypress. Let's see. What else? Jerusalem sage. Got a little Jerusalem sage right here. You can't really tell. It's kind of all bloomed out, but there's one little bloom left right there. Anyway, Jerusalem sage. This is a fragrant mist flower, and I don't even like this plant. I don't like the way it smells. It is here literally for one butterfly. There's one butterfly that will only come to this plant, and it is true. I never see that butterfly on any other plant but this one. So whatever, I've got this plant. I don't even like the way it smells. So little succulent garden going on here. These succulents live outside. I don't care for them. I don't do anything to them. The middle one died, but that was my fault. I think it was coming back, and then that was all my bad. I killed it, so it is what it is there. I tried to help it, and it wasn't broken. I fixed it. You know, that works. Another succulent over here. Kind of the same thing. But this is just kind of where I put my succulents. So we have a lot of different kinds here. We have a ghost plant here and a different kind of ghost plant there. Different succulent in there. So, yeah, a few things going on in there too. And they'll grow wild, native here. You can see right under there. That succulent made it through the winter. He's going to come out this year. And It's right next to the Pride of Barbados. It's everybody's favorite. This thing is just about to come out. I mean, it's so close. Let's go look at this. Look at this. I mean, if we had a time-lapse photo on there, it'd be coming out. It's so close. Lamb's ear, one of my favorites. If you want to get kids in the garden, lamb's ear is a good way to do it. I don't know why the lamb's ear in the middle didn't grow, but whatever, it'll populate. So Esperanza. So I did something interesting with the Esperanzas. I had a bunch of Esperanzas that weren't blooming. So I took cuttings of the one that does bloom, the one that blooms really well, and I dug up all the ones that weren't blooming and put the cuttings down. So even though I had a nice big Esperanza here, I've got a cutting. This cutting here is cutting from that one right there, and that one blooms more than any Esperanza I've ever seen. So I'm hoping this will be a chip off the old block. And it's surrounded by plumbago ground cover. Greg's mist flower over there, right over there in the background, to attract the butterflies. There's a little skipper on there right now. What is that? No, he just flew off. And one of my favorite plants, Sabal minor. I just love the way this thing looks. Grouped together, they look really cool. There's 3 of them here. And of course, that's where this little is a little memorial. And the Mexican white oak, Monterey oak, it's 3rd summer here. And I really wish it was putting out more growth. I think it's just starting to put out growth, but yeah, I just wanted to put out more growth. In my opinion, it's just not growing fast enough. Black and blue sage. The black and blue sage is always really cool. I like this. There were blooms on it just yesterday, but there's not anymore for some reason. Really cool, just contrasting color. Can't really see it. There's a little bit of purple right there. Black and blue. It's kind of electric. Here we have Mystic Spire sage. You can tell they like it here. Yeah, Mystic Spire is one of my favorite sages. They get nice and big. And again, the backside of the Yucca rostrata. Plumbago, backside of the plumbago here. Got 2 new plumbagos. 1, 2, so that should make it a little bit more full up in here. And I got a couple mountain laurels planted here. Young ones. These are the replacements for the photinias. So in another, I'd say 5 to 6 years, we'll cut down the photinias and we'll just have these guys. Photinias are right here up against the house. You know, they look great when they were small and everything, but now that they're giant and we want the windows to be shown, and yeah, it's just not a good thing. So definitely got to get rid of a little bit there. And over here, chili patines. That's interesting. So this looks like a variegated yaupon, and then it looks like there's a normal yaupon growing from underneath it. Well, that's awesome. I think I might take out the variegated and let the normal one grow. That'd be a good mix there. The yaupon and the mountain laurel. This is a chili patine garden right here. I've got 5 of them in here. 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then 1 back there. And 1 back there is pretty small. But yeah, we've had as many as 8 over here, I think. I think I've got 6 total in the yard, but I do love these chili patines. They add a lot of heat. Texas betony. It's really hard to see right now. That is Texas betony. Really, the only reason I have this here is for hummingbird scouts. That's it. There's some Texas betony right there. And it's really just here for the early hummingbirds. This is Agarita. And I was really hoping this would grow better here. It is not liking it here. I might have to move this. So, you know, it's been here for 3 or 4 years, and it's just not getting any bigger. Literally not getting any bigger. So, and it's definitely stretching for the light. You can see it stretching. So, I think I just got to move that guy. More mountain laurels, which are gonna add to the living fence here. Mountain laurel. I think I'm gonna move this one. I think it's just too close to the others. And then another mountain laurel right here. The one thing that's curious about this one is you kind of see the leaves are pointed. You see that? I've never seen a mountain laurel with pointed leaves before. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know what to look at or what to make of that. This is American Beautyberry. It looks wonderful during the fall. There's these nice beautiful berries on it. Right now it's just foliage and it's a screen for the back and everything. Yopon holly. This is the most problematic plant I've ever had right here, to be honest with you. This plant has fallen over twice. Yep, twice. I put it in and it fell over twice. I staked it and it fell over again. I mean, I don't even know what to say. So I just let it go. So it's got 3 or maybe even 4 stalks on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, because it keeps falling over and growing new and falling over and growing a new one. So that's what keeps happening to this plant. If it falls over again, I'll probably just pull it up. This is an Eve's necklace. Talk about slow grower. This thing has been here for, I don't know, at least 4 years, if not 5 years. And it's not even as tall as me. It's growing super slow. It's a cousin for the mountain laurel, and it'll get about 30 feet tall. I've never seen one that big, but I think it'll look pretty cool over here with the mountain laurels over here and the Eve's necklace. I think that'll look cool with the leaves. This is my screen here, and oh my gosh, the name is totally leaving me right now. I cannot. Pittosporum, I think. Pittosporum. So yeah, this is my screen here. You can see there's a little gap. So these are not going to get as big. They'll get like 6 feet tall. These will get big. They'll get like 10, 12 feet tall. So, you know, they'll be big, and then this will be little. And this will be the natural fence. So if we want to meet, we just come over here and we can meet them. Let's see, what else? I think that's about it for this side over here. So we got a little bit of a fern garden going on too. I say a little bit because the freeze really knocked it back and I haven't cleaned it up at all. So button fern, Boston fern, I think it's still alive. River fern, another Boston, asparagus fern, and one of the others. And the foxtail fern, another Boston down there. Compact, or actually this is not a compact Yopon. This is a Japanese boxwood, and just kind of letting it grow. I need to cut it before it gets too tall though. This is the succulent garden. We don't really do much here, and actually it's looking pretty dry. Probably should come over here a little bit. But succulents garden's gone through a lot of changes. Pots have moved and plants have moved, and the other plant that's grown in here that I like growing here is the native poinsettia. The native poinsettia grows in there really nice too. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, there's our succulent garden. Greg's mist flower again. This is hummingbird or butterfly crack rather. And I guess I forgot to mention the tropical sage over there. Tropical sage right here. Always a staple. Put in a whole bunch of these like 7 years ago and they just come back. They're wonderful. This is my milkweed garden. I put a lot of effort into this. I mean, so much effort. I've put 50 plants here and there's like 5 plants growing. Milkweed just is challenging to grow here, I think. That's it. I mean, that's all I've got. It's pretty pathetic. Pretty pathetic milkweed garden. And lining the walkway. So bamboo muley action here. Love the bamboo muley. I like the hard and soft, the bamboo muley and the compact Yopon, Japanese boxwood, and the bamboo muley's right between them. You can kind of see how it just kind of blows in the wind and it's sort of wispy and tall and soft, and it's really cool. I like the bamboo muley. Sweet almond verbena here. And the sweet almond verbena is looking pretty ratty. I need to cut it a little bit there, to be honest. Almost forgot about one of the first plants that I ever planted. This is all over the yard. Garlic chives. There are garlic chives everywhere because the deer hate them. the deer hate them, I want them. I want them to leave my yard alone. So this is the hell strip, I guess. Indian blanket. And some Mexican mint marigold. I think I'm going to need some more Mexican mint marigold here. This is just not quite giving the border that I wanted. So, I don't know. I think I need another couple. But so I'm going to fill up this bed with more Mexican mint marigolds right here. I'm going to take out the Mexican oregano. And, yeah, we're just going to have 3 things over here. 4, I guess, because we'll have blue bonnets. But Mexican marigold, Mexican bush sage, and the Pride of Barbados. It's one of my favorite combos. You can see in the background right here, the Esperanza and the Pride of Barbados. I love this combo together, which is the reason they're here like this. Let's go check it out. Actually, let's look at this bloom. That's a pretty bloom right there. Mexican oregano, it's nice. And this is the Esperanza. These big holes here, it's because there's a hill, and I want the water to come down the hill, settle in the holes so that they actually get some water. I'm not so sure about this guy. I thought this guy was blooming okay last year, but you can see the ones that I put in. They're blooming already. This is a cutting. I just took this cutting like 2 months ago. Blooming. This one, not sure yet, but it's a cutting of these. It'll probably bloom. This one's blooming just fine. This one, I don't know. I might have to get rid of this one and take another cutting, but that's not going to work for me if it doesn't bloom when the butterflies come in. And this is my favorite Texas sage. It's called a Silverado. Look at that nice big bloom there. Look at the nice silver foliage. Just like that look. It's beautiful. So I've got Texas sages all over my yard, all over the yard. So here's some Texas sage with a Mexican willow above them. More Texas sages. And those are all Silverados. You can see this slightly different color leaf. This is actually a Silverado, and these are Eldorados. This is really interesting. The Eldorado is more silver than the Silverado, but whatever. It is what it is. It's still my favorite. I just love the blooms, and I wish they weren't pink, but they sure do show up nice. This is a canyon sage, and it's red and white. Just coming out. Just now starting to come out. Another canyon sage. A little red and white action there, just starting to come out. I do like the hot lips. It's called hot lips variety, and I like that look. Another mountain laurel. Looking pretty good. That one I bought is literally 1 stick. And then there's a bunch of sweet almond verbenas here. And the sweet almond verbenas are here right next to the driveway, so that when someone pulls in, people smell the sweet almond verbena. It's also a path here. Oh, and I should... my office. Here's the office here. And here's what it looks like from the street. Hidden. You can't even see it. Love it. Path I created for the girls so that they can walk to the school bus. And again, there's the office, but you don't see it from any angle. Any angle where there's cars, it's blocked.